Oh, we just started like that?
Yeah. How about that? Cold opening.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to Carroll Worldwide. You just had 15 seconds of fun, and we are getting into it. So we were talking about it before we went on air. Randy, someone left something pretty important in the car. What happened here?
Somebody left a baby in the car?
Well, okay. Whose baby?
I guess it was their baby, wasn't it?
Was it a cute baby, or were we just talking about a run-of-the-mill, easily replaceable baby?
It was one of those disposable babies. That,
Okay.
You know, it's average.
Where were they? Well,
You know what? I'm sick of average babies. Where are the Uber babies?
Well, we had a problem with Ubermensch a while ago, so we don't want to go there. So with this baby in the car, this had to have been some misunderstanding or something like that, right?
No, it was not a misunderstanding.
She intentionally left her baby in the car in the middle of summer?
In the summer, she left her baby alone, her 6-month-old baby, alone in the car.
Mm-hmm. That baby's had 180 days to figure out the way world works.
She did have the car running, so the air conditioning was on. Mm-hmm. But she went into the grocery store for over 40 minutes and let a baby, an infant,
Was it an infant? Like couldn't walk, not a toddler?
It was
6 months old, yeah.
6-month-old baby in the car in the middle of this heat. I don't care if the air conditioning was on. She clearly did not forget the baby. This was not, I forgot I had my baby in the car, which is, sometimes you hear people say that, which also cannot wrap my brain around that.
Mm-hmm.
She left her baby in the car and went grocery shopping, and then came back out and wondered why there were cop cars everywhere and why her kid had been removed from the car.
The baby's okay, though, right?
I mean, from what I understand...
How okay are you if you're dealt that hand?
Well, I mean, nothing happened to it that is upsetting. I'm just saying that I'm only saying that as a catharsis for those listening and hoping that everything turned out okay for the baby.
Aside being born to a mother who'd leave their baby in the car for 45 minutes, nothing bad happened to this baby.
Right.
There was no cataclysmic show's over for the baby.
I don't believe that the EMTs were called to the scene, but the baby was removed from the car.
Yeah. So okay, she wasn't cooking the baby in the car. The air conditioning was on, but it's pretty dangerous leaving your baby in the car that way.
It could get stolen.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. It's extremely
unlocked
dangerous.
running car with an infant in it.
Unlocked? They found it was unlocked?
Unlocked running car with an infant in the back seat.
Ooh. See, I had thought maybe she had a car that could do keyless something and maybe it was locked. Not that that's completely fine, but that's your baby's not stolen. Now you're just risking...
There is no scenario where anything that happened in that parking lot is fine. Not one.
No.
Were Fruity Doodles on sale at Aldi or something?
I don't give a shit if they were giving away gold bars at Aldi.
Well...
No. There is no valid reason to leave your child in a car.
I think we can all agree on that.
Ever.
Yeah, it's also a supermarket, so it's one of the easiest places to take your kid shopping.
They make it easy for you.
Well, do you have to pay a quarter to put your kid in that thing? Because she could have saved
well, you get the quarter back
25 cents. Oh, right. Well, that's football, so...
I have teenagers, and I do not leave them in the car when I go inside to shop. Well, I mean, mainly because I'm afraid they'll steal my car.
I think I requested to be left in the car sometimes when I was that age.
I mean, but a teenager can also get out of a car.
Of course. That's a parenting decision. It's not a safety. If you're your 15-year-old's laying in the back seat chilling, I don't think anyone's going to be this woman left her child in the car. And it's they're I'm playing Switch. It's a little different.
But I don't even buy the whole, I forgot the baby was in the back seat.
But she didn't make that.
No, she did not. But there are other people who claim, I just forgot. Literally in your life, as fathers, what is more important than your child? Is there anything?
No, but I want to note that I have been called a mother a few times.
There's not a scenario in the world where I would forget that my child was in the back seat with me.
The only thing I could say that I've not experienced is I don't have tons of kids. If you have 6 and one gets left behind, Home Alone style, maybe.
Well, there was a point in my life where I only had one child. There was a point in your life where you only had one child.
Yep.
Did you ever forget your son?
No.
I never forgot my son was in the back seat.
I left her drink behind someplace once, but not her. I've left her diaper bag, but not her.
Well, okay, so yeah, you forget. These are the kind of things that we forget as parents. Right. We forget to sometimes buy the milk at the grocery store. Leave the diaper bag behind. Yeah.
Let me sketch out a hypothetical, okay? I had a schedule cataclysm where I had to get my dog to the groomers and my daughter to camp. And so the hypothetical I had to choose from was I could take my daughter to camp. It was going to be 7:30 in the morning, and I could leave my dog in the car for 5 minutes. Should I have taken the dog in the car at all?
No, you can't leave a dog in the car either. No,
I didn't.
No,
because it would have made my life so much easier to have done that.
Of course, it would have.
And I also considered carrying her into the camp,
you know what?
But I didn't.
You don't purchase animals or adopt animals or have children to make your life easier. It doesn't get easier.
Well, I'm going to argue that because when my son became a student driver, he was immediately our designated driver for we could go out and get drunk.
Okay, well,
that's useful.
I have also taken advantage of that as well.
But not when he was a baby.
But that wasn't the you didn't have this kid and been like 16 years from now.
Yeah.
Dividends come and due.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know.
It's a long investment.
We're asking you the long game.
He was playing the long game.
Yeah. Well, at least he didn't get robbed.
I mean literally might be the only convenient thing about having children is one day they can drive for a very short period of time. They can drive you around.
Yeah.
Well, Walmart did get robbed though.
Yes.
Robbed. Do we think it's the same
robber?
Same
Walmart that is locking up the toothbrushes and the mascara?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Eldersburg. But wasn't it Hampstead that was locking up the cheese?
No, I think it was Eldersburg.
What is still Eldersburg?
So they were onto something. They knew. They heard some chatter.
So no, it's
but this
gonna be a robbery.
He robbed a cashier at gunpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like this same guy also robbed.
He hit up the 7-Eleven.
The 7-Eleven, right? And the AT&T store, a theft, not like a robbery, but a theft.
Mm-hmm.
The little camera shots look like it's the same guy. Now I've also heard that the Ulta out there was robbed a few times, as was ours in Westminster. So both Ultas have been robbed multiple times.
For cash?
I don't really know.
Or makeup?
I'm not sure.
Can you rob someone for makeup? I guess you can.
I think the makeup is like, it's worth something on the street. Like that Mac. I mean.
Do you think this foundation buys itself?
Exactly.
Do you think I woke up like this?
Now, the cool thing is the sheriff spoke out about it and said, hey, we're not surprised Walmart's security policies were inviting this kind of thing because Walmart has very lax security.
And they published the Carroll County Times published statistics showing like how many calls Walmart generates each year. It's pretty high. It's like it's hundreds.
But the cool thing about
hundreds of cops calls to each Walmart.
He didn't just say, you guys got a problem. Now he's going to propose a solution for it. He's going to get together with Walmart and help them fix it.
Well, I mean, I think Walmart is just in damage control mode. They don't like having a small county sheriff saying this, and if it were to like spiral into being like this big thing where a bunch of sheriffs across different states do it, it's going to hurt their bottom line. So they're better off,
Is it though? Probably not.
I mean, they're fearful of it. Clearly, if they didn't care about it at all, they wouldn't bother to meet with him. They care somewhat.
I thought it looked like he was proposing to meet with them. Like
the meeting's happening.
Yeah, but it was his idea.
Well, yeah, but I mean, who knows? He could be meeting with like someone who's like a complete jack off,
and it'll just fall on deaf ears. You're saying?
Yeah.
At least credit to him.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, absolute credit to him for like.
Why do you hate the sheriff? I don't understand why you're angling at this.
I don't hate the sheriff. I hate Walmart.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Walmart's entire business model is sneakily subsidizing their BS through government spending. Their entire employment model is to have their underemploy their employees so they collect government benefits. Well, yeah, and the labor used to make the products that they distribute. Well, I mean, that's a supply chain thing. I mean, specifically, there's $8 billion of government aid that goes to Walmart employees, and they get $35 billion in revenue or whatever. I forget it was revenue or profits, and that's a direct subsidy that you and I are paying. Yep. That's how much it costs us to roll back those prices on that cheese.
Yeah, and that pad you're using, 3 Indonesian kids died making that for you.
But they're not American, so whatever.
Right. They also made an underground pool later.
Well, there you go. So anyway, I thought it was really interesting that the sheriff went hard at them about this. And I'm going to take the Randy stance here. Let's see if anything's different 12 months from now.
It won't be.
Right. I don't think it will be. We're still going to everyone's going to stamp their feet, and they're just not going to change, and they're going to continue to roll into Super Walmart so they can waddle from their whole milk to their menstrual pads to their freaking whatevers and not have to do anything else. Even though Amazon's more convenient. Like, I don't get Walmart. It's like in the middle ground of like not convenient, it's not particularly cheaper than other places. It's slightly cheaper. And it's like not high quality. It's just like this occupies this ground that is completely alien to me.
Interesting. Well, why don't we have another bet? So a year from now, I'll go in and rob them at gunpoint. Okay.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea for you.
If I go to jail, then
Randy is the one doing the robbing.
Sherri has to eat hate chicken for lunch. And I will laugh at you from prison. Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
And what happens if you don't go?
If I make it out, I will.
Wait, so is it just making it out, or is it?
If I get away with it, I'll take the cash and buy us all fruits and vegetables, and we'll have a salad for lunch. And shame on me for being wrong.
But then you'll be arrested because everyone will know that you got robbed at Walmart at that point. You just penned a confessional.
Look, It's the internet. 80,000 people can keep a secret if 7,999 of them are dead.
Have we stormed Area 51 yet? Did we get them aliens?
I heard they're turning it into a concert now.
Maybe that was the whole goal in the first place.
Yeah, I heard they're doing like a concert.
I don't know. I'm just pissed off at Walmart. I'm
pissed off that they shut down that event on Facebook for the area.
Wait, they shut down Get Them Aliens?
Yes. Facebook removed the event.
Well, where else am I going to Naruto run?
Yeah, really. Into Walmart.
I wanted to be the next Hokage.
You guys could Naruto run into Walmart behind me.
Ooh, why don't we Naruto run and just take all of our stuff?
Yep.
Use it to pay the cops to take care of Walmart. Anyway.
Get some Russell shorts.
Is that their brand or something?
I don't know.
All right. So this isn't a transition at all, but this is like the funniest story to me, Randy, that you found. And this is the one that tickled you the most too, I think. Someone was asking about if there's any
homeschool?
Drop-off homeschool.
Yes. First of all,
is it that school?
Yeah,
there's a place off Lucabaugh Mill Road called a homeschool academy, which is a brick building that you drop your kids off and they learn in a classroom with a teacher, and they're homeschooled. Now, you're right. It's also called school. My daughter is homeschooled at Westminster High School. And my son is home colleged at the University of Maryland, College Park, which is great convenience for me. I love homeschooling and home universitying my kids.
Yeah.
They can learn while I'm passed out, drunk face down on the kitchen.
Just any day that ends in Y.
Yep. Absolutely. I actually thought, is that 5 or 7 days? So.
Well, we know you got homeschooled at this homeschool of Hard Knocks.
That's right. Where I learned that algebra was a country.
There you go. So that's just the best. I mean, I know there's got to be some nuance behind it. Like, you're not enrolled in public school or like a private school and you're on some sort of whatever curriculum.
It's still ridiculous.
But now you're in school.
Are the teachers accredited? We don't know.
No,
they're people's parents.
Oh God.
Can you imagine?
Where else am I going to teach my kids about the 3,000-year-old Earth and not using vaccines?
Mm-hmm. I guess they're not teaching calculus.
Calculus, geometry.
Mm-hmm. Integrals.
Mm-hmm. So that was the best. I love that. Whoever did it, I'm sure you're living your life, but you made me laugh. So in Hampstead, is the credit card thing from Hampstead too? What happened with this credit card?
Yeah. By Joseph A. Bank up there by the.
What happened? At
the gas station, somebody's card got skimmed, and they were just letting everybody know there was a skimmer.
Wonder how they know it was the gas station.
The guy, he clarified on there. He said that that was the only purchase he had made that day, and the skimming started immediately after that purchase.
Interesting.
On that card, so he could narrow it down.
You can find skimmers like if you pull on where you put your card in that plastic housing. If you can pull on it, you should always do that at every ATM. If you pull on it, if it comes off, that's the skimmer. It goes over top of the thing.
Wow.
Happened at a bank around here to my son.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's just someone who's like surreptitiously like putting that on there and hoping to get, 50 or 60 of them before they're caught, and then they can use those numbers to
Exactly.
do whatever.
Yep. There have been reports of these. We've talked about this at various convenience stores in Eldersburg and Westminster. Always watch out for that. We're here to help the community. You're welcome.
Yeah. Then there was parking troubles created by an event in Hampstead.
Yeah. Somebody parked on somebody's property to go to
My property.
Carnival.
Were they obscuring a notice? Was it a truck obscuring a notice about daycare?
That was Donnytown.
That's probably what happened.
Well, I mean, this is a countywide problem. Notice obscuring.
Yeah. But the woman posted pictures of the two cars and included the license plates and everything, which I don't know how much information you can get in the public.
I think, can't you look up license plates now?
You can, but you can only get like the make and model of the car, which you can also get by looking at the car.
Visual confirmation.
Yes. I don't think you can get the person's address and all their personal information.
Well, how are you supposed to burn down their house over this parking infraction?
Yeah, I just suggested she smash the windows in and call it a day.
Yeah,
Big bummer.
I mean, really all you have to do is either slash the tires, key the car.
Mm-hmm.
You're done. They won't park there again.
They won't
Normal, mature adult thing.
murder
Exactly.
them. Yeah, easy.
Maybe you just leave someone else's baby in the car, teach them a lesson.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
you go.
great idea.
Yeah. Take your blood enemy's baby and put it in their car, this other person's car, and you've just
Wow.
killed two babies with one car.
See, that's why you're the strategist.
The mastermind.
That's right.
Okay. So rolling on to Westminster, we have the new rolled ice cream shop.
Yep, I don't know anything about it.
Looks
other
good.
than people were saying it's great.
It's novel. I don't know.
Looks fun.
They've had that at Towson Mall forever.
What? Where?
Rolled ice cream?
What's it called?
It's I don't know what it's called. It's like in that little like I guess you call it like atrium, like where the steps go down. There's like a little open space, and there's like a rolled ice cream thing there, and like a little cupcakery and like a macaroon stand.
Cold Stone?
So is it a situation where they actually do it in front of you, like
Yeah.
and then they flatten the ice cream and then roll it? So didn't Cold Stone used to do that?
That's
Cold
what I thought
Stone-
Cold
Cold
Stone
S-
was.
Yeah.
No, what Cold Stone, their ice cream's already frozen. They like chop up the crap and put it in there.
Oh,
But
okay.
I think I haven't been to this one in Westminster, but what the other one would do is it would like put non-frozen stuff and it would freeze on the stone, and then they roll it into little like cigar shaped
Oh.
rolls.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, well, guess we got to try it out.
Yep. I mean, it's ice cream. All the reviews have been good.
Yup. And then I have a eclectic list of items from Carroll County Eats that are food related: beer, crab cakes, and ice cream.
Yeah.
You're the big Carroll County Eats guy, so like I follow it, but you're an aficionado, so I just defer to you.
What do you think the number one ice cream flavor was? There's one that won by a very large margin.
Wow.
What would you guess?
I don't know. I'm like a weird ice cream person.
I would say
my-
chocolate, probably.
Chocolate was number 3.
Vanilla.
I would think vanilla too, because society is very vanilla. But no, that wasn't even in the top 10.
Actually, vanilla is a complex flavor that evolved over a long time, so it's a misnomer to call people vanilla, randy.
Plain vanilla is not really a thing. It's an oxymoron.
Anyway,
So what do you think? Take a guess.
Well, here's my actual guess. I would say like mint chocolate chip or something.
That is exactly it. That is number 1.
Really?
Cookie dough was number 2. Chocolate was number 3. Butter pecan was number 4.
You gotta
and-
be the most basic bitch to win these things.
And I'm basic. But the next one was my favorite, chocolate peanut butter, which is all I ever get anywhere. So at the rolled ice cream place, I've been quiet. I've been holding back. But if they don't have chocolate peanut butter, they're not getting my business.
Just be like, flip the whole table over. Be like, do you know who I am? I mean, I'm like always like a very experimental ice cream person. Like I don't.
Look at you. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm living life on the edge. I'm not necessarily getting the plainest flavors.
I think Lou Reed wrote a song about you.
It was right after he met Sherri. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really weird how that.
Dennis came from Westminster, MD.
There's one really good ice cream place at the beach in Rehoboth Beach. I always go because they have like 150 flavors.
Wow.
Have you tried?
Too much.
There's a roasted corn flavor.
At that place? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't tried that one. I try to do as many samples as I can, like a annoying person.
The bacon flavor.
The bacon's really good.
The bacon's really good.
Cookie Monster's a flavor. I always get the crack.
I love it when there's a sweet and savory element to the ice cream. That's
Randy, as a food person, you really owe yourself a trip to the ice cream shop in Rehoboth Beach.
Okay. I really like Hoffman's.
Yeah, Hoffman's is great.
Yeah, Hoffman's is great. And
their milkshakes are extremely top notch. I know it's hard to imagine a better one.
The ice cream place that Dennis is talking about in Rehoboth is on par.
But it sounds like Bertie Bott's. Roasted corn.
Did you just make a Harry Potter
Yes,
reference?
I did.
Get my butter beer. They have like 75 mainstays, and they rotate out each season. They do like new stuff, and they've got, and then something like really hits. Like they have like Netflix and chill. Like they always have like sort of funny
Netflix and chill. What the hell does that taste like? I don't want to eat that.
You can guess.
It's red.
Come on. All right.
No.
So the other poll.
What's your favorite ice cream, Sherri?
Oh, I'm more of like a gelato person.
Oh,
fancy, of course.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
Because you're Italian, is that why?
Yeah. I like salted caramel gelato.
Salted caramel.
I'm really right now. Haagen-Dazs has this new thing they're doing with a stout beer and pretzel chips. So it's a stout beer flavored ice cream with pretzel chips in it.
Randy's thinking about this.
And then they also have one that's a tres leches. So it's rum and like hunks of white cake. It's so good. Yeah, I'm with you, Dennis. I like unusual
Yeah,
things.
like the Ben and Jerry's kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Where I am at.
Yeah.
It's like, I just love that their single serves are so hearty.
So for the crab cake poll was kind of infuriating because the place that won was the place that...
Don't even mention the name of it.
I'm not going to mention the name.
Have.
The place that has the bad reputation for the mean owner won by a very high margin.
Well, what was the vote?
I don't have it with me.
Well, we don't know what the margin would have been without that kerfuffle.
Oh, I believe they won. They won like it was like 33 for them, and the next one down was like 16 or 17. It was like twice as much as number 2.
To be perfectly fair, they were never my favorite crab cake. Like, not anything to do with service, but I just was like,
no, the 4 that followed were my favorite.
Like Mediterranean is your favorite, right?
Yeah, Mediterranean and Greenmount Station both make a very, very good crab cake.
The
Maggie's makes a great crab cake.
Maggie's does too. The one of the best reasons to go to the Carroll County Hospital's Taste of Carroll event is everyone there has their crab cake, and you can really get I just generally try to go 5 crab cakes in a row to really get that opportunity to do another taste test. Can I test it all?
Yeah.
We don't know. Maybe they would have run away with 75 votes. Without that kerfuffle.
I don't know. It didn't have anything to do with... I mean, I've never been to that particular restaurant or tasted their food, but it didn't have anything to do with the ambiance or the service or the friendliness of staff.
That's true, Randy. Like, if you're... Let's say, like, your favorite beer maker, like, dropped a case of beers on your head, and then you had to answer... What's your favorite beer? Would it change your answer if, like, they had behaved badly?
That sounds like an accident. But if they were an asshole, then yeah, I would.
No, but
I would.
It's like that discussion. I think we've had this discussion before, or maybe I had it with somebody else. I don't remember. But, it's like, how do you separate, like, art from the artist?
Right.
I mean, I still love Woody Allen films, despite the fact that I think he's a despicable human being. But I can't stop myself from loving his films. And,
I think that's different because I think that continuing to go to this place when the owner was a jerk is supporting the owner because you're paying money for this thing.
I'm supporting Woody Allen by watching his films.
Are you, though?
Way.
If it's like if it's in syndication or something?
Sure, because if no one watched, they wouldn't pay for syndication.
Yeah, he's getting a kickback from it. It's like, do people still listen to Michael Jackson's music?
I mean, he's the king of pop. How,
right.
What are you supposed to do?
You have to separate art from the artist. You have to separate the food. If the quality of the food is
maybe the
good.
voters are really being intellectually honest, and you have the problem, Randy.
So after I rob Walmart, will people still listen to our podcast, you think?
I'm positive they will. They can
yeah, sure.
separate,
The art from the artist.
the quality of our
Right.
podcast.
But
from
you won't be able to listen.
your
'cause you'll be
aberrant
in-
behavior.
You'll be in jail, so you won't be able to listen.
Let's
we
talk-
do not condone or support Randy's robberies.
how can we? Are we going to have to figure out how we do the podcast? Live from jail.
You just get somebody else.
Or
I
just-
won't be able to.
Yeah, he's just. What was?
No, what
Well, look,
visitation,
look,
right?
Here's what we'll do. We'll offer it to Randy's firstborn son first.
Okay.
Okay, if Randy gets arrested, and
Okay.
after that, then it's free for all.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be like one of those kind of things, like
Yeah.
inherit the crown.
Primogeniture.
So how about the next one, which is the favorite beers in
Can I-
Carroll County Eats?
All right. Are we in the trust tree?
Sure.
I don't really have a favorite type of beer. Like, I just am always trying different beers. I'm like, okay, that was fine. I just don't have a favorite kind of beer.
So you're more of a wine drinker or a liquor drinker, or
I just
Gin and
want.
tonic.
Well, I do like certain mixed drinks. I just want to try something different. I like if I know if I'm gonna like go tailgate, I want to have like a couple Bud Lights or something crappy to start. But like, I don't really have one thing that I've just like zeroed in on. It's like that's my thing. I don't know how Randy's fist is clenched.
I have a lot to say about this.
Okay.
The
Talk
number
about
one
beer,
the
Randy.
number one the number one beer was IPA.
Okay.
It won. Of
course, right?
33. Why? Why? Of course.
I mean, isn't that like
very
that's
it's
like
trendy,
the thing?
right?
Yeah, it's trendy. It's
fashion.
awful.
But the strength of the IPA is like the whole basis for Dogfish Head being purchased for $1 bajillion by Sam Adams and everything. And you just look at the selection of sort of low small batch beers. It's almost like 50% IPAs, right? 30 to 50%.
Who's drinking them?
so
Bros.
What do you think? What do you think is the demographic that is buying and drinking most of the IPAs?
Gen X and millennial working men who decided that they don't like Budweiser.
Yeah, that's a shame because anybody over the age of 35 should not drink an IPA
Why?
ever.
I mean, I don't like IPAs either, but why the
so
hate?
what's the what is? Explain to me what an IPA is. I don't really know.
India Pale Ale.
It's very, very hoppy. It's got a lot more hops than most other beers. Hops are laden with something called phytoestrogens.
Estrogen.
Yes, it is scientifically known to raise estrogen in men and crush testosterone. No guy.
Scientific.
Oh.
Are you
Over
really?
the age.
Where did you read that on the internet?
Well, first of all, let me tell you my method. Have I ever talked to you guys about my method of researching stuff on the web?
No.
No, this might explain a lot, though.
I won't just take one source, even if it's NIH,
Oh.
the National Institutes of Health, which I do have record of that.
Oh.
But I will take lots, because you can't just take one thing and take it as gospel.
So you'll
Right.
research.
So I'll take maybe 20 different sources from different countries, different time periods, so that you're not reading the same blog that has been rehashed over and over again. If there's a common thread among those 20 or 30 articles or published papers, that is what I will believe to be the truth.
That sounds reasonable. That sounds thorough.
Yeah. So first of all, alcohol in general the more you drink it, the more inebriated you get, will make your liver a lot less efficient.
Yeah, I think
That-
that's a consensus.
Yes. Okay, you're with me. So that means that it does not
That's what my doctor keeps telling me.
metabolize hormones very well. Remember when you were 20 years old and you could eat whatever you wanted and not gain weight and you could put on muscle and you were just feeling good?
Wasn't really good the muscle part.
People will say, well, I can't do that anymore in my 40s and 50s because of age. No, it's not because of age. It's because of your hormones. That's the key. So beer very much affects a man's hormones. Doctors will tell women should drink IPAs who are menopausal.
Oh,
That's who should be drinking IPAs.
Why are you looking at me, Dennis?
I'm just looking at you because I don't know how crazy Randy's gonna get right now. I'm looking for a life raft.
Anyway, it was
Randy's menopause clearly is hit, by the way.
October
Yeah.
1988, Article 4A 46773 of.
Is this a covenancy?
Yeah, the problem with
It is.
the problem with having high estrogen and low testosterone in men our age.
Low T.
Yeah, they're also look up a thing called Brewer's Droop.
Oh my.
Yeah, do you know what that is?
Is that?
I can imagine
I'm
what
assuming
that
that's
is.
your chest.
No, you do get man boobs, but it's impotence.
Ooh.
Yes,
That's what I was thinking.
You can get tooth decay, hair loss, beer belly, heart disease, diabetes.
But this is like drinking in general.
It is drinking in general, yes, but The IPAs exacerbate this because they enhance the estrogens.
Why don't I just get my doctor to give me testosterone then so I can drink my IPAs?
You can definitely do that. Those are called steroids.
Well, yeah, if it's prescribed, though, it's cool.
It is. Yes. Is it, or is it cooler if you get it off the street?
I don't know. I'm not a baseball player, so I wouldn't know where to get it.
IPAs are bad. They're bad for any man in middle age. Okay. Stay the hell away from them. But
it's been a really interesting lesson.
This is very deep.
Much like the sheriff, I have a suggestion for you.
Okay.
Being the golden.
Are you going to war with the IPAs?
No. If you like beer, what I would recommend is either a espresso cream stout or
that sounds good.
A coffee porter. Mm-hmm. Because caffeine is a stimulant for testosterone production, so it can possibly more counteract.
You know what? Now I understand why I'm growing a beard.
Oh, okay.
See? You got to drink IPAs.
Oh, I thought you were talking that you were a beard for somebody.
Oh, no. I mean, that's true, but...
Oh, boy.
Okay. Glad we straightened that out.
We're fun. We're also at 31 minutes.
Well, I mean, you had a lot to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any more food surveys?
Do you do you not like the taste of IPAs, or are you just mad that men are feminizing themselves?
I just think it's. I think that a lot of guys wouldn't even bother looking at this kind of thing and just say, "Yeah, I like IPAs," because they're bitter and they taste strong. Mm-hmm. But they have a very bad effect on you.
Is the alcohol content higher in an IPA than in, like, just say another type of beer?
Doesn't have to be.
I don't know, but I don't think that matters.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't have to be. It tends to be a stronger beer, though.
It matters to me.
I mean, in porters and stouts, it definitely can be.
Okay.
So what's your favorite type of beer? The one you just said?
Yeah, the coffee porter is definitely my favorite.
Okay, what was number 2? Tell me the rest of the list.
Okay, so the rest of the list, I mean, somebody put vodka.
That's my favorite kind of beer, too.
Pilsner, pale ale, stout, ghost sours.
What?
Coffee porter, lager, cider. Free. A lot of
that's a good one.
A lot of people
free
voted
beers.
for that one.
Free beers.
Amber ales, none.
Did you add the coffee stout, Randy?
I added coffee porter, and 7 people voted for that.
Awesome.
Oh, look at you.
Barley wine.
Leading a sizable minority charge.
Yep. Bach, fruit, Marzen.
Yeah, IPAs I mean, I can remember 10 years ago when Dogfish Head in Rehoboth was just like really starting to blow up, and now it's like bonkers.
Yep. And it looks like the first 3 people that voted for it are females.
Okay.
So there's some more scientific data for you.
So, Randy, you're just going to link all this scientific data in the show notes, right?
I can, yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Let's help out.
Fantastic.
I know I'm going to get yelled at by my friends and get messages. You know what you were talking about.
Well, you're prepared. You got facts this time.
Yes. But see, even if everything isn't 100% provable, there's still something to it. And why even chance it? Why even, it's like Pascal's wager. Why even chance it? And by the way, the only opposition I ever found to it was from the Beer and Wine Journal that said it wasn't true. They're complicit, so I don't really count them. Okay. You know, this has been, I'm 49 years old for real. This has been like a uphill battle for me, which I've really enjoyed. The whole fighting age and training and trying to get my health in order. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, when my dad was my age, he had died. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty important to me. And I care about our community, unlike you guys.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like we ever talk about that sort of stuff.
Nah.
Yeah. Just build your ball fields.
What my turf.
I want my goddamn turf field. So, I guess we're on to the top 10 list. I don't know what your top 10
We got to talk about this first because this is hilarious.
Wait, I don't even know what it's based on.
It can be a little setup. Why don't you set it up for me, Randy?
They showed pictures celebrating what they called medicated bingo.
Oh man, I forgot about this one. Okay, yeah.
So it was a bunch of people who were high. It was very clearly explained that they had their cards and they were medicated.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't sell anything.
Where was it?
Somebody had a headache and got high. It was in Eldersburg somewhere.
No, it was in New Windsor.
It was in New Windsor? Because it was on the Eldersburg page, I thought.
It was in New Windsor.
In New Windsor.
And who won?
I don't think they know.
Everybody won.
Yeah.
Now.
What?
This is bingo. Yeah.
17.
The only thing whenever I was high years and years ago when I was much younger, the only thing I've ever concentrated on for long periods of time was remember you could turn your TV to a blank channel and it would just be snow.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I've ever focused on. Otherwise, forget it.
When you were high or like ever in your life?
When I was high.
Okay.
But having a conversation with somebody where you got to keep track of things?
Oh, it gets overwhelming fast.
Yeah. You know?
Yes.
Do you?
That's like the most amazing thing you can experience in your life is as having a conversation with somebody while you're high. It is.
I mean, I think witnessing my kid's birth was pretty good, pretty up there.
Okay, whatever.
You should have been high during it, loser.
How do you know I wasn't?
You clearly weren't pushing those kids out.
Well, he hadn't had enough IPAs yet to bury them.
It's for my vagina to form.
Well, you know,
Your wife should have had more IPAs.
I
Sherri.
actually went to the medicated bingo. And,
Oh, you were there.
And I overheard some things, so I thought I'd share with you guys.
Wow, how fortuitous for a top 10 list.
Yeah.
Wow.
The top 10 things I overheard while I was at the medicated bingo. You guys ready?
I'm more than ready.
Okay. Number 10, can someone pass the nachos? Number 9, your lucky trolls are talking about me. Number 8, I think those old ladies were misinformed about the rules at this bingo. They found it was the wrong bingo. They were supposed to be at the church.
But they were medicated for different reasons, I'm sure.
Good, because those old ladies are cutthroat, man.
Number 7, my eyes are as red as my bingo chip.
Tally.
Number 6, dude, you have ink on your face from using your dauber as a dab pen. Number 5, am I paranoid or is the caller not pulling my numbers on purpose?
That's a good one.
Number 4, the caller said before. Before. That's deep, man.
Before what?
Before.
After.
Number 3, bingo makes me thirsty.
Working up a sweat.
Number 2, don't bogart that bonus card.
Ooh.
And the number 1 thing I overheard consistently at the medicated bingo, I can't find the H on my bingo card.
That was good. That was
you.
real good.
Thank you.
Randy, do you have anything else? Like, you really flourished this episode, and I hate to call it to an end. I mean, we really had some growth.
We did.
Randy was passionate about the IPAs, and I think,
Well, when one of the top selling IPAs is literally called Raging Bitch, that kind of says it all right there.
wow,
Man, wow.
interesting.
Much like I was earlier.
Okay, well, now we know.
Cut back on the IPAs, Randy.
Yeah,
Your
I mean,
hormones are out of control.
That's right. Now we know Randy maybe isn't basic.
Maybe he's not.
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's.
Did we ever
porter.
figure out what the opposite of basic is? It extra?
I don't think so.
No,
I think they're similar.
Extras, yeah, very similar to basic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unique would probably be the opposite of basic.
Yes.
Like basic is, you like fill the cookie cutter mold of like whatever a 20 to 30-year-old woman, right? Isn't that what?
Plain vanilla, you mean?
God damn you! All right, that's it. I'm Dennis Twigg.
I'm Randy Goldstein.
I'm Sherri Hausfeld Joseph.
See ya.